Welcome to the third edition of the Appreneur Appcast. I'm Len Wright, CEO and co-founder of AppClover.com, and I've got my partner here with me, Matthew Lutz, as well, who is the co-founder and COO of AppClover.com. We also have Jeff Williams here with us, as always, Senior Assistant of Pop-Ups.
That's right.
Grand Poobah and CEO of Weblance, as well as we have a special guest with us today, and that special guest is Jesse Lakes of GeoRiot. We're going to actually have a great time, and we're going to jam-pack this whole podcast with a lot of great affiliate information. So you're going to want to take notes, and you're going to want to listen really intently. We're going to have some great information here. So let's just dive right in. And Jesse, maybe you tell us a little bit about what you and GeoRiot are up to, and give us a little bit of a background about you and your book as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So right now, GeoRiot and myself, we are 110% focused on the iTunes and App Store affiliate program, that program that every app developer should be using to earn a little bit of extra commission and for some extra tracking on everything they already do, such as linking to the App Store. So we've been really focused on making things happen with the affiliate program, helping app developers and music labels and other people that use the Apple ecosystem earn more money from an international audience, and do that efficiently, and just kind of smooth out a lot of the creases and wrinkles of doing that efficiently. So that's what we're up to, and we've been having a lot of fun with it over the last couple of years.
Right on. And your site, I want to mention too, if somebody wants to go and check out the book, which I suggest they do, is masteringitunes.com, right?
That's exactly right. And just a little disclaimer there. I wrote that book back in 2009, and then shortly after I wrote and published that book, I ended up with a job where I could no longer update it. I actually went and worked for Apple for the last couple of years, managing their affiliate program. So the book is a little bit outdated. The core concepts and principles are important, and they're there. So I definitely encourage those to check it out. Hopefully someday things will give me a moment to go back and write a second edition. Well, I guess that's kind of a mix. If things slow down with GeoRiot, I have time to write a second edition. That means something's going on.
That's very true.
It might mean that you're just running it very efficiently, and you've got a lot of people doing all your work for you. So that could be a good thing.
That right, not extra 4 or 5 hours in the day, right? We're no longer a 28, 29-hour day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, congrats, because GeoRiot definitely fits a crucial part for the affiliate game within that. And as you know, AppClover owns 20 review sites, so we're earning in the U.S., Mexico, and Canada in the iTunes store right now via Apple's affiliate program and LinkShare. So we'll be implementing GeoRiot in the near future across all those 20 network as well. And that said, during a conversation we had one day, you flat out showed me what we were missing and how many markets we were missing out on monetizing, which we don't like leaving money on the table that way. And it's easy when someone shows you like that. But what made you aware of this huge gap in the market and the huge opportunity to significantly increase the efforts in any affiliate marketing?
Well, it was. Long story short, back in 2006, I was working on these different websites that took soundtracks from extreme sports films and listed them out. And iTunes had become our prominent revenue source. And the soundtrack sites were really taking off. We had one for skiing and snowboarding and surfing, and they're just, they kind of were a niche where it hadn't been explored, and people were pretty excited about it. So we saw great traffic coming through, but we saw our commissions really weren't matching that as far as growing as well. So that went on for a couple of years, kind of scratched our head, just, more traffic will make more money. And then kind of just realized one day that, wow, we're only earning money off of the U.S. program. All this international traffic from, all over Europe and Asia and so forth was wasted. It was just, it was a big realization. I remember walking down the street, stopping and thinking about it. I had to sit down because it was just kind of this big thing that there was more to it than that. So that kind of started this whole process of investigating it. Led to starting GeoRiot and writing the book and so forth. But it was definitely a head scratch. And once we kind of figured out what was going on, started digging a little bit deeper, we realized that, wow, okay, a lot of these affiliate programs for these international brands are really not just a single affiliate program. It's really a combination of affiliate programs. So you were just chatting a second ago. You guys are monetizing on the U.S., Canada, Mexico. That's awesome. You've got 3 of 45. The iTunes affiliate program now exists in 45 different countries around the world. So you got 3 of the bigger ones, which is great, but you also have all of Europe that you're missing out on, Latin America, Australia, New Zealand, Japan. You have all these other major markets where people are just as excited about apps, and they're going, most likely visiting your site, clicking on links. You're not earning any of the commissions, and we just saw that, as you said earlier, it's leaving money on the table, and that sucks. When you can be having the same amount of traffic but making twice as much money off of them, that's a lot cooler. That's again, that whole efficiency thing that Matt just talked about a minute ago. Trying to jam an extra 4 or 5 hours in your day. Well, why not just double your commissions with the same amount of traffic? That sounds more efficient to me, and that's really what we've been kind of focusing on.
Well, it's all about optimizing. Sorry, Matt, but it's all about optimizing what you have.
I was literally going to say the same thing, and it's funny because it's one of those things where we just kind of been just taking it like, oh, okay, this is we're part of the affiliate program. We're using link share and all that stuff on our 20 review sites, but didn't even think like, how can we tap into other markets? And it's one of those things, like, as soon as the first person does it, everyone else is like, oh yeah, of course. Obviously, it's a little more complex than that, because the system you guys have built is a pretty robust, system behind the scenes. The user interface is easy for a lot of people, but I know you guys have put a ton of effort and time into building that beast of a platform.
Well, and a lot, Matt, a lot of our traffic, Jesse, comes from a lot of the places you said there, right? I mean, you were listing places off, and I was going, yeah, actually a lot of our traffic comes from those areas. So, how much we're leaving on the table, I don't know, but anything is no good, right? Like, that's all about going back and making sure that you have all the ducks in the row and all the little holes fixed before you forge ahead really strong. And that's what you were saying before. You forge ahead strong first, and the effort has to be doubled or tripled later, because you have to go back and do the same things over and over again. So I mean, yeah, for AppClover, before we even turned on any real traffic at all, we were doing tests and so forth to make sure that our opt-in rate was up to a certain level of our net was so strong before we released, because you want to be able to optimize your effort as much as possible.
Exactly. And to be fair too, you kind of asked about other affiliate programs as well. I think iTunes with their iTunes App Store, iBookstore, and Mac App Store, as it's officially called, affiliate program is pretty wide. But the same problems happen with Amazon. Amazon has 9 different storefronts worldwide, 9 different affiliate programs. So it's definitely a problem that not only do we see kind of in this iTunes App Store ecosystem, but it's a problem in the bigger scheme of things. And it really is all about optimization to make sure that you're earning money off of as much as you possibly can, so that you can have the momentum and the resources to forge ahead at full speed.
Here's a quick question too for the sort of the newbie with that. Why is it segmented? Like, what where you've just touched on why to a certain extent, but it's segmented in all these countries. Why don't they just have a basic all the way around? Is it mostly legal and depending on country, or don't know?
I think there's a lot of different things that tie into that. I'm sure everyone has different reasons, but yeah, a lot of it, I'm assuming, has to do with tax, legal, digital rights. You get artists like Adele. Adele has 4 different record labels, so she has 4 different people who are distributing her music. They need to protect the digital rights on and make sure that sales only happen in the countries where they can, or where the rights are allowed for. So I think there's definitely a pretty messy world behind that, and the simplest answer was just to create geographic specific stores and run with it. So again, I'm not an accountant or a tax person, so I'm sure there's many different reasons, but from the third person perspective, that's what I'm assuming.
So can we go back a second ago? I just want to get the official name of Apple's affiliate program.
Are you ready for it?
I am.
iTunes App Store, iBookstore, and Mac App Store affiliate program. So I'm going to put a little asterisk here. Even though it's a ridiculous name and it is way too many characters, the brilliance of that is that it works across all 4 of those stores. So the really cool thing about the affiliate program is as soon as you click on an affiliate link, that person, even though they may have clicked on an affiliate link to go download an app, if they go and buy an album or a TV show or a movie or a book or anything else inside of any of those digital download stores supplied by Apple, you are earning commissions off of that, and that's a really cool thing. So I think that makes up for that long name. Go ahead, Matt.
That's a 72-hour window, right? Isn't that what their cookie system's for, or whatever?
Exactly. Yeah. So you click on the link, you get a cookie set, 72 hours for that user to browse through any of those stores and download any of that content, and you earn 5% commission in most countries and 4% commission throughout Europe and Japan.
So their cookie. Well, real quick before I say this, you'd think Apple with is like much as they're into simplicity and elegance and all that stuff, and just really like they would just call it like iAffiliate program or something like that. Anyway, that's beside the point. What's interesting about Apple is for most people that don't know about affiliate marketing and stuff, like traditionally affiliate marketing started online. Well, I mean, it didn't start online, but when it moved to online, the cookie system's based off of your IP address or whatever. And now it's in Apple, I assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's based off of your actual account, right? Your iTunes account, or how does that track?
It's device specific, yeah. So when you visit a link on your iPhone or your iPad, it's everything you purchase over those 72 hours on that device. It's not tied to your account.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So to dive in a little bit more, we've gone a little bit over the whys and got some meat there. But can you take a few minutes and talk a little bit more about how? Like, give our community some ways that they can and should, leverage the iTunes App Store and the affiliate program, everything from in-app to out-app tactics. So
absolutely. To boil it down as simply as possible, anytime you link to iTunes or the App Store, you should be using an affiliate link. And we talked about this real briefly, but just to jump in again, 1, because you earn a commission, 2, because you can also do some pretty easy tracking with that, which allows you to kind of give you some metrics between marketing channels. But going into marketing channels, inside of app, outside of app, there's kind of different, probably 5 different ways that we regularly encourage people to use the affiliate program. First, for app developers, it's really that cross promotion. You have 2 apps or 5 apps or 10 apps in the store. You want to, on your more page or between levels or whatever it may be, you want to cross promote your apps. You want more people using your app specifically. So of course, you're going to put a link into the iTunes Store, App Store, use the affiliate program there, earn commissions off of that. They may go and buy your app. They may unfortunately go and buy your competitor's app, but you're still going to earn commissions off that. So that's probably the very first one that we recommend people to do, is to figure out that kind of inside the app world. Again, we talked just a second ago, but the affiliate program works brilliantly inside of iOS and the mobile devices. The second thing that we recommend partners to do is to really kind of make sure that their splash pages or any of their web presence is decked out with affiliate links. Again, from your website, I'm sure you're recommending your site or your app or any music that you have in the game or whatever it may be. Again, use affiliate links there. You want to code each of these affiliate links so you can kind of compare marketing channels again, so you can see that your website was responsible for driving X number of clicks and Y number of sales and so forth. So that's number 2. Number 3, a lot of games have really great social components where they tie into social aspects. Anytime someone's going to post on their Twitter feed or on Facebook on behalf of your app, there's no reason that you shouldn't have a shortened affiliate link right there as well, so that when one of their friends or whoever sees that tweet and clicks on a link, they get sent back into your app. And again, you're opening that affiliate window. You're going to earn commissions on anything that happens over the next 72 hours. 4, I think I'm up to 4 now, is a lot of paid media. If you're going to go and have some sort of advertising campaign for AdWords or for wherever it may be, Facebook ads, LinkedIn, wherever it might be, there's no reason, again, you shouldn't be using affiliate links. Not only will it help defer some of the cost of that advertising campaign, but again, you can kind of market or you can kind of do some metrics around the marketing channel, so you can see how effective your Facebook campaign is versus your AdWords campaign versus your cross promotion inside of your app. So again, it's really kind of leveraging those different pieces. And the 5th one we really recommend people, and again, these are 5 that just kind of come to the top of my head. Creativity, get creative with it. Make sure you don't violate the terms and conditions that Apple lays out, but a little bit of creativity can go a long way in figuring out how to maximize things. But kind of that 5th one is creating your own ads. If you've got a lot of remnant ad inventory inside of your game, inside of your app, wherever it may be, there's no reason that you shouldn't be, again, cross-promoting or even promoting top apps using affiliate links. You're not going to get paid directly from the developer, but again, you open that affiliate window, you're going to get your 4 or 5% from all those sales that happen over the next 72 hours. So it's a great way to monetize into that remnant inventory.
It's amazing how quick that when you say that 4 to 5%, you look at the average app as $1, right? But those nickels, I mean, it sounds funny saying this, but when you multiply that times thousands and thousands of clicks and downloads and stuff, it adds up pretty quick.
It really does.
Yeah, especially if you have a whole network of apps. Not just talking one single app. Obviously, you should do it from the start. But if you've got a whole network of 20, 30, 40, 50 apps, do that math. It just exponentially grows. And again, you have a pile of nickels every month waiting for you.
Well, and if you want to take, sorry, Jesse, but I was just going to say, Matt, too, even if you don't have your own network and are trying to network, you can actually join with other smaller networks, and it's all comes back to the alliance and the JV stuff, but you can actually form relationships with other smaller networks as well. So you may not have a big network, but you can actually maybe join 5 or 10 smaller networks and make personal deals back and forth with the developers of those, and all of a sudden you've got a big network. So go ahead, Matt, sorry. Or Jesse, sorry.
I'm sure I had some great important point, but I think yours trumped mine, so I forgot.
Sorry about that, man. Well, let's take this opportunity to go circle back right all the way around back to GeoRiot. One of the most powerful things we go over with our community over and over when it comes to marketing is measuring, testing, and optimizing. We were just talking about measuring, and we were just talking a while ago about optimizing. And knowing your analytics is so important, because then you know what you're doing right, what you're not doing right, and it gives you that roadmap. So GeoRiot has a pretty robust analytics component to it. And can you give us an idea, or talk about some of your thoughts as to why this is such an important feature in GeoRiot and how people can use it?
Absolutely. I mean, just kind of emphasize what you said just a moment ago, which was well emphasized again. But metrics are key. You need to be able to measure your performance. You know where your money's coming from, and that's been just affiliate marketing in general has really revolved around that. And the affiliate networks that exist today, your Linkshare, your Trade Doubler, Commission Junction, maybe they have great reporting, and that's important. But we kind of take that a step further for 2 reasons. First of all, is because if someone's going to sign over their affiliate links to some third party, that transparency, that trust is absolutely important. It's huge. So our dashboard, where you manage your affiliate links and you manage your account and so forth, is just chock full of different reporting. And that's been really important to us, just to build that trust with our clients and allow them to see kind of this bigger macro scale of what is happening, where the traffic's coming from, what's actually working, what's not. So for a long time, our metrics were all along just kind of click trends and geographic trends. And we've been working on this for a while, but we're really excited to be pushed into beta here in the very near future, the second side of that story. So we're able to pull in the sales and commissions information from different affiliate networks, Linkshare, Trade Doubler, DGM, so we can kind of tell what clicks are actually really resulting in sales, and pulling in the monetary piece as well. Currently, our clients have to go to the 3 different affiliate networks, 4 different affiliate networks, and run reports, and those reports will be for different time zones or for different currencies. For the metrics are just different, so it's been a real pain. So we're really excited to kind of bring all those pieces, back into one central dashboard. Everything you need is in front of you. You get the bigger picture. Trust is built. You can move forward. The world's a better place.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you a question, just because I don't know if this is a feature you have or something you've thought about. One of the biggest things that we talk about, and this is more app development stuff, or actually just marketing in general, is market research, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of analytics tools out there that allow you to kind of spy on the competitors and see what they're doing. And for instance, like you're looking at trends and stuff like that, so that okay, cool, this is a great app to promote, or this is a great song that aligns with my app or whatever to promote and earn commissions on. Do you guys, is there anything built in your system that kind of helps people give a snapshot of trends and stuff like that? And if not, is there a suggestion for people to figure out what to promote?
Yeah, you hit a really interesting spot. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Spying on other people is great, and we're a big fan of keeping our information very quiet. Maybe it's the time I spend at Apple that helps reinforce that. But some of our competitors actually allow you to just put a plus sign at the end of their link, and you can see everything that exists with that link. And we firmly believe that's not the right answer. So in regards to kind of being able to cheat and see what your competitors are doing on our system, absolutely not. On the bigger scheme of things, though, I think you hit another nail right on the head, is that a lot of affiliate marketers, they're kind of in the dark. They know what their conversion rates are. They know what their earnings per click are. And that's great. They can compare themselves in time, but they really don't get a sense of the bigger industry. What is a good earnings per click for the affiliate for free apps or for paid apps or for music or albums, whatever that may be. And that's an area that we're about 2 steps away from really kind of diving into. We would love to create benchmark groups and kind of help. You're willing to share your information. Well, you should be able to see the information that others have, of course, in a very aggregated and anonymous way. But knowing what you can be doing better, knowing if you're leading the pack is a huge piece of knowledge, something that's very important.
Cool. Yeah, it's funny, too, because that's one of the biggest things right now. I mean, it's always a question when, for instance, if an app developer is coming up with a new app, right? They want to create a new app. Their question is, well, how much can I make off this app? Like, they're obviously thinking that, or you wouldn't even start making it. And we were talking to someone recently, and they said literally how they find out. Taylor Pierce was saying this is how he finds out if he's got an idea for an app and he's been tracking the competitors and they're like in the top 25, say in the reference category or something. He'll go in to the forums and literally ask, hey, everyone that's in the reference category top 25, what are you guys doing a day in sales? And he's like, and then I write it all down, I keep track, and that's how I, try to project, okay, I can presumably, if I do at least as good as them, I can presumably make the same amount of money, So it's funny that it's a manual effort. So if there's anything you guys build into your system that helps people figure out and kind of project what they might be able to do, as far as and make it automated, like that's a huge selling point.
Absolutely, we get a lot of requests to help forecast what they can earn from the affiliate program, and it's such a challenge for us right now because all of our commissions are kind of bucketed together. We have a hard time pulling out sales that came from an app link versus a music link versus a TV link. But you're absolutely right. We've got the power to do it. It's just it's the engineering resources to be able to silo those apart and break them apart and put some numbers there. But I completely agree. Knowing what it's going to be worth to allow you to is this worth 100 hours of engineering time or 1,000 hours of engineering time, or is it just not worth it at all? That's huge, and that's something we completely agree should be made available to our clients.
Well, we look forward to seeing it.
Well, and it's a good point too to be able to move on to our last question too, because it's we're talking about the landscape and the future of what's coming. How has the landscape changed, Jesse, since you first entered into it first, and then where do you see it heading in the next 6 months?
That's a great question. So Apple has been on, it seems like a pretty good roll. They're rolling out more and more programs all the time. In the last year, they've doubled the size of the affiliate program, and there seems to be this trend of when they add music stores and movie stores to the already existing app stores, an affiliate program is typically not too far behind. With that in mind, again, this is totally speculative, but I would assume there's going to be more affiliate programs coming out all the time, so that 45 number is going to continue to grow. As it continues to grow, our clients are able to make more and more money. I also think Amazon is going to continue on the same route. I think the last year they've also added 2 more stores, which is a pretty good percentage for them as well. So it's going to continue to grow. I would like to think that Google, having such a good fundamental knowledge of the advertising industry and even owning an affiliate network themselves, will be rolling out an affiliate network for Android in the Play Store. So I really kind of just see this only becoming a more fragmented area and more opportunity for app developers to really earn commissions on something they're already doing, using the affiliate program to link to one of the stores where they sell their own content. And
also more opportunity for GeoRiot as well to be able to grow through that.
Whenever our clients can benefit, we'd like to think that we can maybe help ourselves just a little bit as well. But we're always there to help our clients move forward fastest.
Well, it's gonna make our little sandbox get even bigger. It's gonna turn into a beach to play on pretty soon.
We certainly hope.
Well, so just to further that a little bit, the crystal ball question we like to be able to ask because it's important. People are thinking about that, and we're talking all about a wave and a big trend here. So, what do you see? If you have this crystal ball thing going on, what do you see as the next big thing on the horizon that we should really be watching for? Can you see anything that sticks out?
Next big thing, I think it's all incremental. It's going to be continue to grow. I think it's looking forward a day at a time. It's nothing crazy, but if we look forward a year or two, thinking that possibly affiliate programs for all 155 countries the App Store exists, and I think that's a pretty crazy claim, but I think it's definitely possible. So
right on.
That's my crystal ball speculation, but I don't know if it's how crazy that is in everyone's book.
Yeah, well, that's the crystal ball thing, right? That's but we see all areas of the mobile space growing, so I definitely would agree with you, and more opportunity that just presents to the developers out there as well that can learn.
Absolutely.
Right on, Jesse. Well, again, we've really loved having you with us, and keep up people with AppClover as well, because Jesse's a regular contributor, and he'll be coming out with some great information there as well. And so we're just going to segment into the next section of our podcast called In the News with Jeff Williams from Weblance. So Jeff, do you want to take that away for us?
Yeah, sure. Well, I guess it's big news this week, and I was just curious. I mean, I can't really call this news because everybody already knows, but Samsung did lose their lawsuit, and I was wondering whether you guys think this is a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, for the people that don't know, like, say what that lawsuit is, just because there's probably some people watching that haven't been following.
So it's primarily a design issue, and there was a countersuit from Samsung to Apple, but really the news here is that Samsung is going to have to pay Apple about $1 billion because they had copied the iPhone, and this has been contested. I think the U.S. is probably the 8th or 9th country that they've contested it in. Incidentally, they did also try this in Korea and lost there too. So even the Koreans agree that there was some stealing of their design. However, I think the lawsuit in Korea was $35,000. It's
quite a difference.
But $1 billion is a big deal, and that's a slap on the wrist. There's not going to be a whole lot of, if somebody has a good idea, let's put it on our phone thing. I don't know. Do you think that's good? I could see it being bad because then we have sort of less innovation, and I don't know, higher prices and that kind of thing. So less competition. So I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about it, but I am glad that the American company won. So.
Why? USA.
Just, exactly. I mean, rooting for the home team. And I'm a Samsung user.
I think for me, it's more. And I assume Jesse is as well. Just an Apple fan. So
yeah.
I'm okay with them. I don't think they need the extra money. Obviously, it wasn't about the money. It was more about the patent and everything to that effect. And at the end of the day, there are enough creative people out there that can come up with new designs and new technologies and everything else. There's no real reason to copy anything. Now, I'm saying that, of course, and then you look at the app world, and it's an easy way to make a buck. I guess it's just a matter of taking it to the next level, right? If you copy apps that are already out there doing successful, and you put a little change on it, you can make a lot of money doing that pretty quickly too. So I guess it's just a phone company taking that same model and taking it to the next level.
Well, it's a fine line too, because everything starts by the idea that was generated by the last idea. It's not like this, it was a fresh thing completely. There's always things that that move over and transfer over. But it really, I think more than anything with Apple, it was really just a show because they're doing so much creation out there. There's so many people copying and so forth. It really just is a good show too to say, hey, look, don't cross the line and copying too much type of idea.
Copying is the highest form of flattery, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so it is, Jeff, you were saying it is a fine line because there's some good points, but also it gets really sticky when you're a product creator out there too.
Yeah, I'm a Samsung user, but I tell you, I took a full right now in our economy. Apple is the darling. I mean, they're a big reason about why we're sort of on this slow recovery, and I was getting real patriotic about it. I mean, it was like the World Cup for me. I mean, I wanted us to win. This was an American company. You come to our country and you copy our phones and then you sell us it. I was like, forget it. So anyway, I was all torn up inside as a Samsung user. But okay, so this next one, I got something that's really quite cool. It's a little bit unusual. Check this out. Can you guys see that image there?
Yep.
I can.
Does anybody know what that is?
It's inside the Rubik's Cube.
I was thinking it was the just because I know that this happened this week, where Will.i.am went out on the Mars rover and played their song out there, and I'm sure it has nothing to do with that. That's all that I know that happened this week out in space. So
no, this actually is quite cool. This is a Android. They're calling it a CubeSat, and it runs on the Android platform. And they send these little doodads up into space. Here you can see there's an empty one. For about you just basically have a motherboard. Then you can put a little payload in there, whether it be a camera or whatever. And for about $8,000, you can send up your own satellite.
Really?
It's really quite cool. And here's the Disney version of their trash can, the amusement parks. That just looks like a floating trash can in space to me.
So for $8,000, you can have your own satellite.
It's great. Okay, so that's quite cool. Now, listen, I don't know, but I have done a lot of research, and apparently that this is the new iPhone 5. Does anybody have any other information? Because I've been looking around, and I think that this is the actual thing. And the reason that we got this is that they're selling the spare parts before they sell the phone. And so the people that fix iPhones are putting them together and posting the pictures of the iPhone on the internet. So there's nothing inside of it.
Behind the scenes of all of this, I love the fact that Apple has been able to create such a fan base that they have actual people trying to put their products together to see what they look like before they're even there. Now, from a marketing perspective, really see the genius that they've been able to create and a following behind there.
I always thought that like every time a phone leaks, it leaks every time, right? No other company leaks this much. Like it's gotta be all calculated. I mean,
easy.
Not that I'm a conspiracy guy or anything like that, but I mean it's just a great marketing play. Every time, like, you know, oh, everyone's so excited, and then it leaks out, and I don't know. I mean,
you know what? No, you're right. I have found that Apple has done that quite a lot. In the war for developers, they were releasing all of these stories in these small blogs, and I managed to figure out that a lot of these press releases that were showing up on these little blogs were coming from Apple. So they do stuff like that. I mean, and all companies do. Actually, they're PR companies.
I love how Jesse's just keeping completely quiet during this whole time. I don't know.
But you know, it is from a marketing perspective. I really admire and respect that, because it takes a lot of ingenuity to be able to come up with campaigns that create that much buzz and that continue the buzz. Right, like, you know, so you've had a big buzz and everything else. Well, how do you keep creating it for the next product and for the next product and for the next product? So, you know, hats off to them. You know, I definitely I love looking at other companies who are able to do that kind of you know, ingenuity in their marketing, and yeah, well done.
Yep. Okay, so this you guys know that I'm a little bit. I lean towards being an activist when it comes to like net neutrality and, you know, don't regulate the internet and that kind of stuff. I think that it is a big deal, and there's a new story this week, and this one I love. About 9 months ago, Time Warner, AT&T, they got slapped for conspiring to actually control the internet and some of the apps that can be used over the internet, and they wanted to shut down voice over IP and that kind of stuff, so that they could sell you telephone packages for your house, for instance. So they got in trouble for that, and I think that the problem there was that they were actually conspiring together to corner a market. So AT&T went off and did its own thing, and what they're doing now in the cell phone market is that they're trying to block the voice over IP, FaceTime, all that kind of stuff. And the problem with that is that it does violate net neutrality. Now, here's the thing that really shocked me. The FCC are the ones that are coming to the rescue of the consumer. They're telling them that you can't do it, which just blew me away. Now, as you know, AT&T is the provider or the primary provider now for iPhone. What do you think Apple's position is on this issue? Do you think that they're for controlling what apps can be used over the internet, or against it?
My reaction is Jesse should answer this. No. That's a good question. I think at the end of the day, Apple's out for Apple, right? And the more functionality their apps have and can provide to people, the more money they're going to make.
Right.
There's other phone providers out there besides AT&T.
Exactly. But that's not it. They're 100% supporting AT&T and blocking these apps, which just blows my mind. So, yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it. So, in any case, go to SaveTheInternet.com. You can read about it, and if you want to sign a petition and make your voice heard, you can do that. But I got to tell you, this is the one time I've heard that the FCC is actually coming to the aid, and they're doing the right thing. So,
right on. Well,
which is the real story.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we're trying to keep the podcast to a little bit of a shorter time span. We're doing our best. So we're. Is there anything else, Matt, that we need to cover before we sign off? Any other points?
I think we solved all the app affiliate questions and all the problems of the world there. Unless there's anything, Jesse, you want to add that maybe we didn't talk about, or if there's anything else you could think of, or if you want to give us an update on GeoRiot in general, or if you want to tell me when I can expect my GeoRiot T-shirt like you're wearing right now in the mail.
Oh, yeah. It's in the mail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
First run is done. For all of our happy clients, we'll see about getting you one, as long as the international shipping's not too ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I can always take it to them. I go to Vancouver a lot, so.
Yeah, exactly. So awesome. So Jesse, did you have any final parting words, or?
No, if you haven't explored it yet, definitely dive into the affiliate program, and you'll be surprised at what it'll do. Is that a good car salesman pitch for wrapping it all up?
That's fantastic. Awesome.
If you care at all about making more money, maybe check us out. I don't know.
Yeah, if you like leaving money on the table, then don't bother. But
perfect. I think you guys got it for me.
Okay, sounds good. Well, on that note, let's close it off today. It's been a great podcast, and Jeff, I want to thank you as well. I want to tell everybody else that Jeff's continuing the special offer for AppClover Community. If you go to his site weblance.com and sign up for his beta, you're going to get a premium membership free, roughly a $240 savings, like that every day. And Jesse Lakes, please go visit his website and go look up GeoRiot as well. Also, although the book is, like you said, 2009, masteringiTunes.com, go check it out. GeoRiot.com, go check it out. Also, he's a regular contributor on Appreneur Magazine and on AppClover, so definitely keep following us. And from Matthew Lutz and myself, Len Wright, from AppClover, check us out, and make sure you check out the next issue, which is coming out in the next week or so, of Appreneur Magazine. It's rocks. So with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. We really appreciate it and hope you enjoyed it, and have a great day.